CV11. Because of your continued profitability, the administrator has moved you into the general population.
Hell yeah, you dumb assholes. I'm just gonna walk out the front door and... Oh. Okay. In 1995, 3D Realms, before reaching heights of dizzying success by saying, "What if Doom, but interactive and has character and sex?" They were planning another showstopper of a game, this time with portals? Even the earliest versions of Prey had this incorporated into the game, whereas Duke 3D had a way to trick you into thinking things existed in real 3D space and could play around with non-Euclidean geometry. This was a little more sophisticated, so it got canned somewhere around 1997 because they couldn't make it work right. This was the game that was worked on post-Rise of the Triad by the developers of Incredible Power, including one Tom Hall until he departed from Apogee in 1996 to co-found Ion Storm. Head engineer William Scarborough would comment that,
"In hindsight, portal tricks such as these should be used as tricks, not as an engine paradigm."
1998 brought another attempt to get it off the ground, which also failed.
From the creators of Duke Nukem comes Prey, the first adventure in the saga of Talongrave. Everything you have ever known about the laws of physics and gameplay is history. You're going to the other side. Enter the portal and you'll find folded space, impossible geometries, insane interactivity, unbelievable speed.
In 2001, the project was restarted because they licensed id Tech 4, a few years before it would debut in Doom 3, and 5 years before Prey would actually release. That's right, we're talking about development hell, 11 years of it. Still not as long as Duke Nukem Forever, so the game that came out of it must be a disaster. Actually, no, Prey is really good, underappreciated and unfairly maligned in some places. Though it was handed off to Human Head Studios, a company founded by former members of Raven Software. I don't know what the deal is with Raven. Did they get some kind of black magic ritual that allows all Raven staffers, past, present, and future, to release games from development hell that are, at worst, fine and perfectly enjoyable? Give a Raven employee an engine for programming Overlord and 9 vulnerable Nexus 7 prototype John Carmack and they can turn it into gold. Silver if they're using Unreal tech. This game wasn't even a bomb either. It was financially successful, just like the short list of games that 3D Realms was publishing at the time. Little titles like Max Payne 1 and 2, which Prey wasn't as big as those, but Prey also doesn't have a shitty escort mission. Yet whose fucking idea was this? Prey, though, the IP got lost in the shuffle, now belonging to Bethesda, and Prey 2 was in development until it wasn't, and it got scrapped for another game, which was then scrapped, and Arcade Studios made something completely different and called it Prey because it's an awesome name. I haven't played that one. Let's get into this. If you're looking to buy this game on Steam, you can't, unless you get a resold key for it. Why? Well, Bethesda owns the IP, but 2K Games has the publishing rights. That's like a third of this show's rogues gallery.
The world is full of stories, and from time to time, they permit themselves to be told.
I can see why you'd think like that if your game was in development for 11 years.
What are you looking at? Real tough guy. Can't even tell her you love her.
Come on, stop pissing around and get this guy back into action. Remember when there was mirrors in video games? Well, anyway, here's another id Tech 4 bathroom.
Doesn't anyone ever clean this place?
You're lucky there isn't an imp hiding in that stall and that the lights work.
Tommy,
Benisi? What are you doing here?
I sense great change on the winds. I came to warn you.
Save it, grandfather. You know I don't go for that shit.
Listen, Tommy. You cannot turn your back on your heritage any longer. It will give you strength.
Strength? For what?
To save yourself. To survive.
I have to address this at some point, might as well get it out of the way now. I'm not exactly the best person to talk about the cultural issues of Native Americans, which is good because this game doesn't discuss them either. Like, if you squint, you can see some kind of allegory, but the designers and writers were consulting the voice actor for Tommy, Michael Greyeyes. They actually got a Native American to do the voice acting for him, and his girlfriend Jen, played by Crystal Lightning. They didn't do the thing where they just got John William Gault to Mickey Rooney up a Chinese ninja speaky English thing. The grandfather's played by John William Gault. Would Lo Wang jokes be more or less tasteful than normal in this situation?
Man, Jen's let this place slide.
So Tommy's kind of an asshole. But look, here's some video casino games I can play and lose money in, and mute the sound on the jukebox in the back because it's playing licensed music. Hold on, let me fix this.
Who picks this stuff?
Slow night tonight, huh, sugar?
Not since you two studs showed up.
Hey, you sell any of that red engine shit? My wife loves that turquoise crap.
This is a bar. We don't sell jewelry.
Hey, maybe she's got something else for sale.
Nothing either of you could afford. Drink up, boys.
I'd like to introduce our first victims of the night, these dumb crackers.
What's up, babe?
Did you come in here for a drink? Or to dump your dirty tools on my nice, clean bar?
Sorry, babe.
Yeah, that's, your ears have become fused to your hair. Grandpa's got the same thing going on, and I can't not see it. And it looks like there's some kind of seam on your human suit right there. You guys are lucky that this opening scene and the stuff that's about to go down is so goddamn good.
Hey, cleans with rags. How about a couple more beers
Keep
over
'em coming,
here?
girl.
I just wasn't sure that these two were assholes.
Jen loves you, you know.
She has a hell of a way of showing it.
I just wasn't sure that Tommy was an asshole.
She is bound to this land. Asking her to leave is asking her to give up a part of her soul.
But doesn't she want something better than this?
You're being pretty loud. I bet she can hear you.
Be among one's own people. To truly know where you belong. If there is something better in this life, I have not seen it.
Okay, but what about crushing your enemies, seeing them driven before you, and hearing the lamentations of their women, huh? That's pretty sweet, too.
Did you think about what I said?
Tommy, not this again.
Come away with me. Just for a few days. Off the reservation.
Why can't we just be together here?
You know why. I hate this place. It's a goddamn cage. It's no way to live.
This place is my home.
As much as I respect what you're trying to do here, I booted up this game to kill things, and...
Hey, Pocahontas, let's have 2 more cold ones over here.
Last call, boys.
Already?
Oh, hell no, that ain't right.
It's time for you boys to leave.
It's 2 a.m., guys. Pack it in. I'm sure you've been thrown out of nicer places than this.
After you've been wagging that pretty little ass at us? I don't think so.
Hands
Tommy, do something.
Okay.
Now you...
Tommy, are you crazy? You could have killed them!
Girl, did you see how they ragdolled? Those guys are super dead.
Maybe I should.
That's not what I meant! Did you have to... What the hell?
Been holding out on you, kids. I didn't mention that this game had one of the best openings to any game I've ever played, where the jukebox starts playing Don't Fear the Reaper, so I can't really play the audio. Take my word for it, or look up the scene on YouTube for the full effect. This is an amazing way to open a game, grounding the player in the mundane world for a few minutes before throwing everything out the window and doing this. It doesn't drag on too long with the character introductions, gives you a little taste of the combat and how it works, and then sucks you in. Yeah, all that fancy Intech 4 stuff wasn't as impressive until they left Earth, but now, oh yeah, baby, look at this. Beautiful. And you can see it.
Tommy!
Jen. Grandfather.
Tommy! I can't move!
Neither can I.
Where the hell are we? What's going on? What are they gonna do to us?
It ain't gonna be good. Now, what's happening here is that these humans are getting strogified, more or less. Although the aliens don't do the best job, because this one sabotages this machine that's carrying you around, sending you down into the bowels of this massive ship while Jen and your grandfather get taken.
No! Tommy! Help me!
Jen! God, no! Oh, nasty.
Hey, wait a minute, I recognize that asshole.
Coochie, coochie.
Yeah, it's like those things in DNF, but without the massive, jarring tonal shifts in sexual assault.
Hey, man, are you okay? Shit, guess not.
Some of the time, Tommy's lines are a little off when it comes to delivery, and it really, really strongly contrasts against the nasty body horror elements of nearly every part of this ship, the aliens on it, and everything. You know, id Tech 4's ability to make things look way too shiny actually helps with the atmosphere of this game.
What the hell are they doing to these people?
Seems pretty self-explanatory.
Run, Tommy. Get out of here.
Yeah, about that. The game doesn't let you run. Probably my biggest complaint about Prey is the movement speed. You're kind of slow and there's no sprint. But it's not really that big of a problem, I guess.
Grandfather! Oh my God!
Tommy, you must go.
Hang on! I'll try to stop this thing!
Go, now. I shall await you in the land of the ancients.
Oh, that's not
Oh my
good.
God, no!
Holy shit! They spike him and then take the spikes out and then spike him again. Jesus Christ, he's like 70. You don't need to double tap him. Oh my God, listen to that.
I stopped the machine for now.
You're a little late.
But you must keep moving. The hunters will be here soon.
In 2006, let's not say it's directly because of Half-Life 2, but you needed some killer set pieces in your game or else your game wasn't shit. And less than a half hour into Prey, you get this.
Oh my God, he's a giant.
It's not just that you're shrunk in a portal, it's not just that there's a giant version of the most basic alien grunt outside, and you get such a good look at them, and then you walk along the surface of this tiny moon and the gravity keeps you on it. Oh, it's just cool. And even today you can't say, oh, this is outdated, because who the fuck does this kind of thing? So this switch turned off the machine, right?
Oh God, what did I just do?
I can just turn it off like the other guy did, right? Oh no. So these portals...
Much better than the old wrench.
Oh, you have no idea. It's weird that the first gun I get is my favorite one. Most of the weapons in this game are good, but this one? It's like a submachine gun, but the alt-fire is a sniper rifle, where a little appendage pops out and latches itself onto your eye and gives you some kind of thermal vision when you're trying to snipe, and it is just perfect. The sniping is extremely satisfying, and the primary fire is maybe a tiny bit weaker than you'd expect, but that's only because the gun sounds so good. The animations on the guns, all of which are these alien biomechanical things, are all wonderful. There's no reloading, like this gun spins its cylinders occasionally, but the ammo pool is just this bar over here. No numbers, except for the grenades, which are these things that are living that you pick up that have their own AI. You might recognize this ball that you have to shoot to open certain things from Duke Nukem Forever. I did. I did not recognize Art Bell.
From the high desert in the great American Southwest, I'm Art Bell, and we're going to start the night by opening up the lines. And I can already tell you folks it's going to get very interesting.
Art Bell was a real person, a radio broadcaster who hosted the paranormal-themed Coast to Coast AM, and bits of this radio broadcast are scattered throughout the game and are also great. A cool and interesting way to get snippets of what's happening on Earth while this is going on.
Yeah, Earth, this is George and Garland. You won't believe what's going on around here. There's lights all over the sky. I can't believe it.
There's lights, you mean in the sky right now?
Yeah, right now. It's amazing.
Ah, George from Garland, huh?
Yes, you are on the air. Proceed.
Yeah, this is Scott from Texas.
Art Bell's paranormal radio show got a call from Scott's mystical head. You'll stop dead and listen to these. They're cool. I think a lot of it has to do with Art Bell, who sounds totally genuine the entire time.
So what happened then?
That's the weird part.
So a car, let me get this straight, a car flying into the air wasn't weird enough already?
You're walking along, headshotting an alien hunter while upside down, getting barfed on by the ship, defying gravity on these platforms, barfing on the ship. Gravity changes, man.
Poor bastards.
Jesus! This game can be a bit bleak, especially since the player character dies in the first hour. I heard this game was short, but goddamn.
It is time to let go of the mortal world, Tommy. Time to become a part of the sacred fire. Let go, now.
Grandfather? What is this? Where am I?
Talon will guide you.
Talon?
Oh yeah, Talon. We love Talon. Talon will be accompanying you on your adventure from now on and generally being an annoying little shit to the aliens while guiding you towards your objectives. Mostly he distracts them and keeps them from shooting at you. He's like a super useful passive ability.
Where am I?
This is the land of your fathers, Tommy. The land of the ancients.
The land of... all that Cherokee crap, it's a bunch of superstitious bullshit.
Motherfucker, you were abducted by aliens, watched your grandfather die, and now his Force Ghost is standing right in front of you along with your childhood pet, who is a fucking hawk, which is cool as shit, by the way. You listen to Art Bell and you're calling this superstitious bullshit?
All your life you have rejected the ways of your ancestors. Now you must embrace your heritage if you are to survive.
Hey, that's a summary on the back of the DVD. You're cheating. You get taught how to spirit walk, which is used mostly for solving environmental puzzles, though you can still murder aliens with the spirit bow.
And take their souls.
You must step outside your earthbound shell, Damasi. You have learned well. No mortal obstacle can stand in the path of your spirit.
Except doors. You get sent back onto the ship.
What? Who said that?
It understands me. Curious.
You're hearing this voice only now after your spirit quest, but I suspect you could have heard it before because of this screen effect. Alright, back to the spirit walking stuff.
Let your spirit carry you where your body cannot pass.
Yeah, but I have grenades. We're only half an hour into this game and all of this has happened. If you were tired of having an awesome gun, tough shit, here's another awesome gun. This is the leech gun. At first you think, oh, this is a nice plasma weapon. You get ammo for it by leeching off certain objects in the world. So it's not just plasma, it's also a freeze gun, a devastating laser gun late game, and my favorite, a lightning gun. It zaps and it sets things on fire, it's great. I'm having a blast. I don't think anything will bring me down.
Oh, this can't be good.
Holy shit, this game has some balls.
These ghostly abominations were not here before your sudden return, human. Interesting.
Oh, okay, so it's my fault. Maybe you should childproof your giant spiky death coffins. I'm really not used to having my weapons laid out like this. The 3 key selects my grenades, which I do by accident, leading to my first non-story enforced death.
Though your body is broken, Damasi, you are not yet defeated. You must restore your spirit and return to the land of the living. You must battle the dishonored dead.
You have to try really hard to actually die in this game. See, when you die, the game sends you to this spirit world. You restore your spirit by shooting red and blue flying ghost things. The red ones restore more of your health and the blue ones restore spirit. When the game decides you have enough health, it sucks you right back into the action. Now, I'm playing this on normal mode and not Cherokee mode, which removes health pickups from the game, but I suspect not being able to die also drastically decreases the game's difficulty on any mode.
Shut it off.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you'll find pieces of Earth locations on this ship, and for some reason I've become supernaturally lucky with these video poker machines. Oh yeah, I'm winning big. I hope nothing ruins...
This really cannot be good.
thought Doom 3 was creepy. Prey is here to one-up it. And not just by having monster closets. There are no monster closets. They're monster portals into closets. You know what? The AI ain't half bad in this game either. The way enemies move, especially the hunters, who know when you're aiming at them and move out of the way. These hounds, too. The way they move and the animations, this is all really well done, and it's super obnoxious to say, hey, you remember Prey? And have people say, that game from 2017 with all the inanimate objects that can kill you? I think I saw one of these aliens pick up health at one point. They can basically do everything that you can. The first boss is kind of novel in that you start fighting it and you think there's no way I can take down this giant cyber abomination with these weapons. That is cool as hell. And you pick up his gun, which is like a heavy machine gun with a grenade launcher, and you take him down with it. It's gross looking, but the animations on it are great. Wholly underappreciated game. And you don't just spend all your time shooting.
What's this? A vehicle! Hell yeah!
Well, it's not as good as the on-foot combat, but it's fine, and it does add some variety. Not only that, but the aliens can do the same thing and chase you. You got a cannon and a tractor beam, but the tractor beam is mostly used to drag objects around that are blocking you. You have a separate health bar for the vehicle, and once that's gone, you're dead. Or not, really. This whole section does an incredible job of showing you just how big the spaceship is when you get glimpses of the outside. And the game starts getting more difficult introducing laser traps and turrets, although the turrets can be dealt with quickly with explosives. Can't say the same for these things, which I cannot find a name for anywhere, not in the manual, not in the wiki. They fly around and have some incredibly fast missiles. And then there's these things that you have to kill with the spirit bow, but they drain your spirit. They don't show up very often, but when they do, I find that they disappear just as quickly. You're following some fires to lead you to the resistance that is formed against the aliens on the sphere.
Who are you?
You may call me Eluit. We are the Hidden. As with you, we were plucked from our homes and brought here to this place, to the sphere. For centuries, the Keeper, our enemy, has used it to harvest beings like us from 1,000 different worlds, to be processed, turned into food, warriors, whatever it requires.
That's a shadow, YouTube, I promise. She sends you off to destroy the Keeper, even opens a portal for you. That's nice. Even better, she sends you right to the game's shotgun.
Oh, this'll do some damage.
It's not a great shotgun, and you have to be really, really close for it to have full effect, but at least it stuns enemies with all this acid, and has a secondary fire like a grenade, and again, the model work and animation is fantastic. You thought I was lucky before, but my ancestors are smiling on me now. That's some luck right there, I'll tell you what. Fuck!
What the hell? These things look more human.
I gotta give them this. They made some weirder monsters than Doom 3 did. Slimier, more off-putting. And you gotta save Jen before they turn her into one of these things.
Oh, thank God I found you.
Tommy? Tommy! Oh my God!
Jen, I'm getting you out of here.
Hell yeah, damsel undistressed. Babe saved. Let's...
Tommy, if you hear this, you must come. The Keeper has found us. His hunters are everywhere. They're trying to destroy the device.
What's going on?
There's no time to explain. We have to go. Now! What the hell? Keeper! Get away from them, you son of a bitch!
Man, I would not be letting Jen go first. You just went through a lot to break her out. Her ass is just gonna get kidnapped again.
Save my people.
Jen, stay here. Look after Eluit. I'll find us a way out.
Be careful, Tommy. I don't want to lose you again.
Oh god, these videos are starting to run together. Since you just found Jen, and she doesn't have any army training like Tommy or whatever, you might not want to leave her alone again. Okay, but she's just gonna get kidnapped. All I'm saying is, She's gonna die.
Bastards! I'll kill you all!
Whoever designed these enemies that toss rockets at you and have a shield thing to deflect your explosives, and they pop in and out of these wall vaginas, I give you an A for effort and creativity, but damn, they get annoying. These rocket-spamming bastards are probably responsible for half of my deaths. You also get that weapon that they have, which is nice, I guess. It's a standard rocket launcher / rocket-proof, calling the weapons in this game standard does them a disservice. They all have familiar kinds of functions, but they're all really stylish and fun to use. One cool set piece after another. The cube room? Great. A neat puzzle thing that you only see once in the entire game.
The spindle is many hundreds of your miles tall, human. You are at its base. Your woman is being held near the top. Can you possibly desire her enough to scale such a height?
He does, though. If you think this game's gonna rehash old ideas with the shuttle, well, you're right. Except it's also gonna rehash the thing it did with the tiny moon earlier, with big moons. And when putting these two things together, it actually doesn't feel like it's rehashing anything. It's awesome. I didn't want to spill the beans on this so early, but this game is only about 5 hours long. However, those 5 hours are basically all killer, no filler. Like, they had this game that was in development for 11 years, and they took all the good ideas, filled up a campaign with them, and shipped it. Prey does not waste your time, except maybe this box and gravity puzzle, but that's once. And then there's just cool set piece after cool set piece, seemingly getting everything they can out of this game's mechanics. Like this.
You should have heeded the old man's warning.
Wait, how did you...
You marched toward destruction?
Fuck your threats!
Do you really think you could have come this far on your own?
Okay, but I feel like I've been doing the heavy lifting on that front, you know?
I said fuck off, Keeper!
Keeper? How little you understand. Your female is safe with me. A glorious future awaits you both.
Oh god, whenever they call them females, you just know they're dicks. So the mother, not the keeper, we'll get to the keeper stuff soon. The mother makes a deal with you. She'll teleport you 100 miles up and let you get close to Jen if you do a puzzle. It's not too hard, but I've done it a few times. I remember the first time having some trouble. It's spirit walking in platforms, no killing required. Oh, and about that laser upgrade for the leech gun, I can see why they made you wait for it.
Jen! Thank God.
Tommy, I can't feel my legs.
Oh, this is awkward.
Help me! I'm so afraid!
Don't be scared. I'm getting us out of here, I promise.
Oh no, man, don't be making that promise.
Oh my God!
Nope. Nope. They put her torso on a thing, some kind of self-healing, explosive tossing alien monster. I'm not sure if I'm more mad that they turned my girlfriend into a horrible monster or that the horrible monster gets me stuck in a corner and wails on me. Not cool. As you might be able to tell, this is fucking harrowing. Jen is screaming the whole time, and Human Head Studios and 3D Realms had some balls to throw a twist like this in. You do not save her.
Oh, Jen. My beautiful girl.
Send me to Uniqua, Tommy. I'm ready.
I can't. I've got to save you.
You can't save me, Tommy. You can only let me go. Please, Tommy. let me go.
Jen. I love you.
Wow, that was some heavy stuff, kids. Some real gut-wrenching... Not wrench, don't say wrench. Let's check in with our upbeat, family-friendly children's entertainment specialist.
Hey, Civvy.
You know what? This is probably going to be less scarring than what just happened, so go with it. Take me on a journey, Cancer Mouse.
Today I'd like to talk about the great wisdom and traditions of the Native Americans.
Oh boy, is it getting hot in here. I'm sweating like a...
History tells us of knowledge passed down from the great Anasazi tribe. Legends of a race of aliens that visited Earth to harvest humans and used them to create all sorts of mutated...
I'm gonna stop you right there because you're just going right back into this game.
Huh?
That's one of the Art Bell calls that says this.
But the aliens abduct people from all over the Southwest and...
No, that's this game!
Have you ever wondered about the aliens among us? What's flying over us in the sky? Strange lights.
The government confirmed the existence of UFOs. Obama told James Corden that. Can you imagine? James Corden is the show where a former president talked about UFOs? This fucking world, I can't deal, man.
The aliens are actually of descent.
You know what? Get out of here, Cancer Mouse. You're a disappointment.
Such hostility. Such potential. I will teach you to harness it. I will make you immortal.
So, like, immortal, what does that mean? Like, I don't have to shoot a couple of spirit arrows around every time I get hurt? It seems like I'm already immortal with, like, one extra step.
Immortal! You've taken away everything I had to live for! Inisi! I'm ready now!
I want the training, Inisi. I want vengeance.
We must hurry. The path before you is long. It will not be easy.
I don't know, that was pretty easy.
Easy! You must leave this place, Tomasi.
I'm not ready!
The Aniwaya spirit burns brightly within you.
Really? No more training? No carrying you on my back and doing flips and shit?
Your ancestors smile on you.
That's what I've been saying.
Show them the power of our people.
All right.
Get the fuck away from me! Die! Die! Die!
Human? Why are you here?
I am here to avenge my people.
Your people? Were it not for us, your species would never have existed. You were created only to be consumed.
Really? Still a better human origin story than Prometheus. Still.
I am a warrior of the Cherokee Nation. Nobody owns me.
Cherokee? I do not understand this notion.
Well, that doesn't really matter, see? This Keeper boss rushes me. They must know by now that I'm practically immortal. Like, at some point, you guys need to pack it in and go home. And then...
Fuck, more Keepers!
Yeah, exactly. A good rampage is never done. After doing whatever this is, you're in the Mother's Chamber. This is who you've been talking to this whole time. Once you get in, the whole story comes out.
Welcome.
You're human?
I was, once. I was brought here countless generations ago, harvested like so many others. Like you, I resisted, fought the keepers of the sphere all the way to this very chamber. The sphere recognized that I was exceptional. It had grown old, tired.
So am I listening to this
and
shit.
offered me a deal. My people would be spared
if you took over.
Yes.
Wait, but if you're human and you made a deal for it not to kill your people, is it not currently killing your people, humans, or are we just counting whatever tribe or nation you came from? Like, if the sphere gave control over to a French person, they'd leave France alone, but the rest of the world would be fair game? You know what? I don't like the geopolitical implications of harvesting most of the human race. He already killed every person Demacy cared about, so...
Talon, what are you doing?
Really? Talon 2? Talon was awesome! I was disappointed when I first played this because I thought this was the final boss. It's not. The actual final fight is fine, I guess, but it does do the thing where it relies on a boss hanging around explosives from conveniently placed dispensers, and it's not really very difficult. She's got that maniacal laughing down, though.
Couldn't let you go on like this. Destroying entire civilizations. It had to end.
The sphere is a civilization unto itself. A living thing. To destroy it would be no less a crime.
No, bullshit, you guys suck and you make all your stuff out of people meat and that's fucked up.
But once I'm gone, you must bond with the sphere in my place.
So much power! I can do anything!
Hear my voice, Demacy. Such power is an illusion, my grandson. It comes with a terrible price.
But I can do great things!
Listen to your heart. You know what must be done.
And what must be done is throwing this big-ass human harvesting space hulk into the sun. I don't get to see an explosion, but that's pretty cool nonetheless.
Grandfather, am I?
No, grandson. It is not yet your time.
The sphere? The Dark Ones?
Destroyed. Consumed by the fires of the sun. Your name will forever be held sacred here, and in the hearts of all Cherokee. The Aniwudi will never forget what you have done.
But for real, don't go back to Earth and tell people you did that. They're not going to believe you, except maybe Art Bell.
Jen.
Hello, Tommy.
Jen, I'm so sorry.
That I bashed you in the face with a wrench. There was probably a better way to do that.
I only wish you could stay.
I can't?
Jen's spirit resides here now. But you belong in the living world.
When will I see you again?
When your time comes, I'll be right here.
I don't know, it seems like Grandfather here can pull me in whenever he wants. I can just text him, get my ass to the spirit world. Anisi, help a dude out getting some spirit pussy. It's 2006, so back then we weren't expecting a post-credits scene. Especially in a video game. Tommy's back at the bar, which seems to be doing pretty well considering.
Professor Greta
Are you
Caldwell
still
from
open?
Normal State University.
Greetings, Tommy.
Hey girl, did you get a wax?
I thought you were dead. How did you escape?
The portal we built worked, but not the way we expected. I was rescued by powerful beings. They've taken notice of you and have sent me to find you.
Oh, this is clearly some G-Man shenanigans. Do not go with her. I tried not going into the portal for a while. It's not a choice. Yeah, about that. The rights were transferred to ZeniMax Media and Bethesda announced that the sequel was being made in 2011, and that you didn't play as Tommy and that it was going to be an open-world game, which when you put those two things together, they sound like vultures circling around a corpse. Bethesda officially canceled the game in 2014. The story sounded interesting. From what I can gather, Tommy was a part of the story, but the player character was a man named Killian Samuels, who was a U.S. Marshal aboard a plane that crashed into the sphere during the game. So Killian Samuels, after escaping the sphere, becomes a bounty hunter on Exodus, and every time he dies, he wakes up in a new clone body in his apartment. And so over the course of the game, they find out that the Keepers are still around, and a little unhappy with how the sphere got destroyed. And so they built another one, and they're going to destroy Earth with it. And Samuels teams up with Tommy to take this big sphere down, but during one of the final missions, he runs into a whole shitload of dead clones of himself and realizes that he's done this many, many times and never gotten any further than here. So he's fought with Tommy countless times and never gotten any farther until the end of the game, where he destroys the War Sphere, and then he gets sucked out into space. But before he dies, he attaches this teleportation device that he has for catching bounties to himself, puts in some random coordinates, and winds up on Earth, where he lives a long, happy life and then dies, and then wakes up again in his apartment on Exodus. That's some heady shit that's interesting and fun and actually a ballsy way to end a game. And the game itself looked pretty cool with a lot of fast movement-based combat that people weren't really doing a lot of in 2011. Bethesda says they canceled Prey 2 because it wasn't meeting their quality standards. Bethesda says it wasn't meeting Bethesda's quality standards. It wasn't meeting Bethesda's quality standards. As Jason L. Blair, former narrative designer at Human Head Studios, who had worked on the script for Prey 2006, said that Prey 2 was full game already, not just the demo, the stuff they'd showed off.
What happened to Prey 2 from where I sat was political and petty.
Prey 2 was handed off to Dishonored developer Arcane Studios, who went on to make Prey, which sure is a sentence I just had to read. Now, why would this happen? Internal politics? Because come the fuck on, Bethesda. Quality standards? Do any of you believe that? No, see, Bethesda contracts Human Head to make Prey 2, a mostly complete game in 2011, right? And says they'll give them 6 months to a year to finish it. But then Bethesda starts rejecting their milestones, trying to get them to change or fix things because they didn't actually have to give them more time. There was nothing in the contract that said they had to do that, so Bethesda was trying to bully Human Head into completing a game that they weren't going to give better time or funding to, before trying to buy the studio outright. And when the contract was up and Human Head wasn't able to finish the game because Bethesda wouldn't, provide them with the proper resources to do the things Bethesda was asking them to do, the rights go back to Bethesda and Human Head gets fucked. And Human Head still made the right decision, because if they'd let Bethesda buy them out, who knows where they'd be today. So if you want to know why Prey 2 is dead, there you go. It was Bethesda being petty, useless corporate dicks. What a surprise. But then Human Head ended up making shitty games like The Quiet Man. And then Human Head released Rune 2 in 2019, and that was apparently a disaster, and the publisher for that game sued Human Head, or actually not Human Head, because Human Head closed its doors the day after releasing Rune 2, which was broken. That's a Bethesda thing to do, which is why the entire Human Head studio reformed under the name Roundhouse Games, a studio owned by Bethesda.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. Back to me.
And we're back with more open lines. Let's go straight to the phones. Caller, you're on the air with Art Bell. Excuse me? What or who do I have on the line, please? Keeper? The keeper of what? You do? Well, who's the father? Okay, Keeper. Do you have something to share with us tonight? Oh, okay. That's about enough of that. I'm sorry, folks. That's just one of the hazards of live, open-line talk radio. From time to time, you get a night full of hoaxes. As you know, I don't screen any of my calls. It's just me, my voice, and what you callers bring to the show. At least the callers tonight are entertaining.